because I can rarely leave well enough alone. Hey, it's Care. Welcome to my Tick at the Lake. So hopefully by now you've seen my book. Some wonderful people have put out some fun videos. Susan Fichter, thank you. Amy at Doki Doki Forest, thank you. And Coralie at Magic by the Ocean. They've gotten their books and they're making good use of them. And they're making these great videos and sharing them with others. And I can't thank you enough for that. What I'm coming here today to show you is that I've recast the book. Snazzy Snips is cut and create, cut and collage, etc. Snazzy Snip and Paste for Planners is the newest version. Just for people who like to work small, who do planners. I know Amy works in her Hobonichi planner every day or so. People who do bullet journals or like to work in miniature. This is for you. You see, I've already started hacking away at it. I couldn't stop myself. As soon as it came in the mail, I started cutting into it. I love working in miniature. When 10 lifetimes ago when I was a nail tech, I used to do 3D nail art, cornucopias, three-dimensional cornucopias filled with all kinds of fruit that would fit on your pinky nail. I used to paint in miniature, big into miniatures. And so as soon as I got the idea to do this, I knew I was going to do a smaller version for people who like to work small. And it's practically the same thing. There are a few different pieces in here, a couple extra hats and a few extra hearts and pine cones, but for the most part it's the same book, all the same backing papers. And I love that Sue Fichter pointed out for this book, she's not much into the cute. I don't see her using this little guy in one of her junk journals. It's just not her style. She got it for the papers, the pretty papers on the back. Every single one is different. And she liked the phrases and the words in the back because the Tim Holtz version apparently is getting hard to find. So same thing goes for this. Every single thing is the same except it's scaled down for smaller projects. Similar, I'd say 95% of the same wording here, same gorgeous backing papers, but as you can see, essentially it's half the size as the other book, Landscape. So this is 9 by 6, and so these little guys are for little projects like planning. I stuck a few in my I've already abandoned this. This is over at the end of the month, so I've already started my new one. So I didn't get very far in decorating this calendar, but you can see it's it's a perfect size for planners. Threw a couple in here with a little sentiment, Nature's Noel. Another thing that I got, or that I would suggest with these, is a very good pair of scissors in order to cut the little guys out. And I got these. They came in a 6-pack. And they are teeny tiny little blades. I had such high hopes for these. I thought perhaps you could use them you hold them like a pencil, and with that super sharp blade, I thought you could just go around and really do some fussy cutting. Now, this is the first time I've ever used it, so it wasn't as easy as I thought, and it didn't get nearly as clean as I'd hoped. I can do better than that with my scissors, so I'm going to practice a little bit, but heads up, if you're going to play with this book, some of the guys are, some of the pieces are very small, so you may need special tools. You don't have to, maybe not. I did all my projects that I'm going to show you tonight with my good fussy cutting scissors, and that's it. I didn't use tweezers, which sometimes I do, but I did not for these projects. But if you want to you know, super fussy cut these out, you may need smaller scissors than you might have, or maybe one of these blades would work. These blades certainly work to cut the pages out. Put a cutting mat between the pages, hold it down, and just slice down, and it sliced that page out with ease. Super easy. But you don't need special tools for that. Your utility knife and craft knife would work fine for that, or an X-Acto, which most of us already have. So I don't know if these are necessary. I had very high hopes. I'll let you know in a future video whether I keep them or send them back, because at this point I don't know. I want to practice a little bit more with them. Maybe it's just because I don't know what I'm doing with them. Maybe. But I wanted to show you just a couple things that I've done with pieces from the snazzy Snip and Paste for Planners version of this book. I do have some new books coming out next year as well. Some really fun things. Most of them will come in a Snip and Paste for Planners size as well as the regular size. So I was having fun making some three-dimensional pieces. I cut out two of the same and then a little guy, and I used those foam pop dots to put in the middle of them, so that gives them just the tiniest bit of 3D, which is such a fun look. And then just tacked the Winter Wonderland on there. The other thing that I did, I showed you this. This is from the original book, but I said I was going to do a little journal, and I did a little journal. And these are a mix, the regular size book and the little book. Most of them are from the little book. The cover is just a shopping bag, a gift bag that I tore up because I really liked the color. I cut out the hats and added the hats because they don't have hats in the picture. And then just added a sentiment and white Posca pen, some snow on top. And it's just a quick little junk journal. It's not sewn in, it's tied in traveler's notebook style. I just went with the way it was folded already and made this little guy. And with the white gel pen or different color pens, this could be a journaling spot. That little face! And these are pieces from the smaller book, from the Snip and Paste for Planners, to decorate the pages. I threw in a little bit of embroidery floss. I wanted it to look like the sweater had, you know, pieces of the sweater had come out. Some vintage construction paper that I coffee dyed. Some learn how to write cursive paper from Dollar Tree that I coffee dyed a long time ago. And these corners are scraps from cutting. This is a scrap too, because remember, all the pages have these wonderful background pages, so not much goes to waste because you can use the scraps, this beautiful sweater material. And I used the corners. These are tuck. I can tuck something up in there if I wanted to. Same with down here. It's just a little tuck spot. Put a photo in there, or another image, or a journaling card. I wanted to keep as much of the background paper as I could, so I used it as a page instead of gluing it down to something. I just folded it in half and used it as a page, so you can see that beautiful sweater material as the back page. One of the images from the bigger book, and again carrying that sweater image throughout. These are bits and pieces of the faux washi tape that are in both books. These little ones are from the smaller version. More scraps. The other side. I'm to sleep for a long winter's nap. And again, I use these corners as tuck spots for something. These are scrap pieces of something else. Another backing page. And then another journaling spot. You can use white Posca pen or white gel pen to make journaling space. And then just some Posca pen, and it's just some stretchy cord, so I can take those pages in and out and work on them more if I'd like to. If I wanted to, I could sew them in at a later date, but I quite like the Traveler's Notebook style. I just think it adds a bit of whimsy. I love the silver on there, and it just fits in my nice little phone case box, screen protector box, beautifully. Lens protector box, that's what this is from. If you remember, or if you saw, when I did my tags composition book idea catchers, I had all these offcuts left, and I'm going to make miniature composition books, and I started a miniature glue book. I added some glossy accents. It's been so long since I used it, to this piece, and it's just a little guy that I used offcuts from the idea catchers that I made. I had lots of offcuts of the papers as well. I'll link that video below in case you missed it, but that's what this is. Offcuts of it's just scraps from the cover and scraps from the notes inside, and all the ones in this book are from the Snip and Paste for Planners book. And I just started a glue book. I have lots of small images that I like to work, as I said, in miniature. I always have, and so I have a good start on a Christmas glue book. Now, there's a centerfold. They're so cute. They're so cute. Another scrap. This is a different sweater picture. Black and white. And a little raccoon-coon. Little raccoon-coon. Got kind of crazy with my glue. Cute little fox. I'll go through and cut out some of the sentiments and just keep collecting for my little Christmas glue book. I think what I'm going to do on here is take some gold pen, gold marker, gold metallic marker, and just highlight some around the edges here and there, just to Christmas it up even more. But for those of you who like to work in miniature, who are wanting to try to work in miniature, or this has a whole list just like the other one of things you can do. Bullet journals. This is perfect for bullet journal people. Instead of taking the time to draw every single thing out, maybe you can cut and paste a few times. For mini masterboards and mini collage on index cards, 4x6 or the 3x5 index cards, make wonderful miniature masterboards. Of course, traveler's note cards, altered playing cards, mini glue books like this one, mini junk journals. I have a video on that coming out in the next day or two. Watch for that. Letters and stationery, postcard art, bookmark art for smaller things. Obviously, Rolodex art, small photo albums, and oodles more. So there you have it. That's what's happening here. That's another thing I've been working on. As I said, I've got a couple more projects already in the works. They should be out early in the new year. And by that I mean before summer. That's what I mean. Things are crazy around here, so who knows when they'll get done, but you will be the first to know, and I think you're going to like them. They're going to be great fun. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this quick little video and an intro to another one of my projects and seeing my miniature projects. I love working in miniature. I just think it's so much fun for a change. It can be challenging, but we need that. Sometimes we need to be challenged. So both of them are available on Amazon. I'll put the links below for your shopping pleasure. Go love up your beastlies. Give them lots of extra cookies. Keep them calm under the Christmas tree. Until we meet again. P.S. On Friday, December 22nd, I'm going to do a flip through of some of my favorite Christmas books and we'll just chit chat about books and whatnot. And what I'm telling you this is because I'm going to set it as a premiere, which means we can watch it together. I'll be there, kind of like a live, but not really. The video won't be live, it'll be pre-recorded, but the chat will be live, and we can talk about Christmas books and how things are going for holiday preparations, etc., etc. I think it'll be great fun, and I hope you join me. Pencil it in, but I just think it'd be fun. So those of you who can participate, I'm thinking, I don't know, what, 6 o'clock Eastern time? Pencil it in. Plan to make yourself a cup of something yummy and get festive, and we'll talk about some beautiful Christmas books. Matic at the lake. Out for now.